Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, let's take a look at some of the top 10 best teen movies of the 1990s. The teen films of the 1990s were full of attractive newcomers, relationship dramas, and even the occasional murderous plot. The 1990s was a golden decade for entertainment, but it was particularly groundbreaking when it came to catering to a younger demographic. TV networks and movie studios rushed to create content starring the most well-liked teen idols of the time, as teenagers demonstrated what a devoted audience they were. Many of these films went on to become cult classics, cementing their places in fans' hearts and the Teen Movie Hall of Fame, despite not earning the respect of the majority of critics. Number 1 on our list is Johnny Depp, as a 1950s greaser in A Cry Baby. Cry Baby, written and directed by the renowned Hairspray creator John Waters, centers on Johnny Depp's character Wade, a teenage rebel in 1950s Baltimore, who falls in love with a girl from an upper-class neighborhood. Despite receiving favorable reviews, the movie bombed at the box office when it debuted in early 1990. Cry Baby became a cult favorite after a disastrous theatrical run, largely because of Johnny Depp's outstanding performance. The movie's success prompted the creation of an eponymous Broadway musical, which made its debut in 2007, and received 4 nominations for the score and choreography of the show.
The prettiest and most talented girl in school, and yet she socializes with drapes.
We're squares, Allison. And squares gotta stick together.
Kiss me. Kiss me hard.
I've never given a French kiss before.
The number 2 spot goes to Jawbreaker, which follows a trio of popular girls after one of their friends gets murdered. Jawbreaker, a dark comedy about a group of popular girls that falls apart after one of its members is killed by the group's leader, was inspired by the late 1980s classic Heathers. The remaining 3 members, Courtney, Julie, and Foxy, were played by Rose McGowan, Rebecca Gayheart, and Julie Benz. Upon release, Jawbreaker received a negative review. Many critics referred to the film's obvious similarities to Heathers as plagiarism rather than a tribute. However, the film was praised for its vibrant costume design and McGowan's performance, 2 aspects that would later inspire the popular movie, Mean Girls.
Rest now, sweet miss.
Till the day all shall see the beauty remolded from sheer misery.
A big shot, rock star.
Number 3 goes to Edward Scissorhands, which was the first collaboration between Depp and Tim Burton. Edward Scissorhands, directed by the controversial Tim Burton, had its 1990 world premiere to overwhelmingly positive reviews. The romance between Edward, a young man with scissors for hands, and Winona Ryder's character, Kim, centers on the first project between Burton and Johnny Depp. Despite receiving numerous nominations for its makeup, costume design, and performances at important industry gatherings, like the Academy Awards, Edward Scissorhands only managed to take home 2 awards, the Hugo and the Saturn. Its cultural impact led to the popularization of the Gothic subculture, and its adaptation into a London ballet production. Number 4 goes to 4 outcasts that turn to witchcraft, in The Craft. The Craft, released in 1996, follows a group of 4 misfits, as they start learning witchcraft and deal with the effects of their newly discovered abilities. In addition to Neve Campbell, it featured an ensemble cast that included Robin Tunney, Fairuza Balk, and Rachel True. And it was directed by 2007's Nancy Drew director, Andrew Fleming. Despite receiving mixed reviews, the movie was a box office hit, earning almost 4 times its modest $15 million budget. The Craft, like many other lesser-known teen films of the era, went on to become a cult favorite due to its themes and characters. In 2020, the film received a widely disliked sequel named The Craft: Legacy.
How do I get down? Shh. Who's got the instructions?
Just keep concentrating.
Amazing.
Number 5 brings in a star-studded cast that truly makes its mark in the movie She's All That. In 1999, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook starred in She's All That, a teen rom-com about a big-shot high schooler who makes a bet to make over one of the most unpopular girls in school. The film also boasted a star-studded ensemble cast that included Matthew Lillard, Paul Walker, Kieran Culkin, Anna Paquin, and Gabrielle Union, among others. The movie won several fan-voted awards and made Sixpence Non's featured single, titled Kiss Me, into an overnight success in the music charts. 22 years later, Netflix released a gender-swapped remake of the film starring TikTok star and singer Addison Rae. And the movie was titled He's All That.
Wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, lift your open head.
You ready?
Yeah.
Number 6 is Cruel Intentions, a movie that follows wealthy high schoolers and their troubles. Cruel Intentions, which is based on the 18th century novel Dangerous Liaisons, centers on a group of students attending a privileged high school in New York and their interpersonal conflicts. Selma Blair, Ryan Phillip Pay, Reese Witherspoon, and Sarah Michelle Gellar all won praise for their performances. Cruel Intentions received mixed reviews from the majority of critics, but nevertheless enjoyed enormous popularity with the general public.
There's something I have to tell you.
Tell me.
This isn't working out for me anymore.
What's wrong?
It's not you, it's me. I'm completely fucked up.
What are you saying?
I thought I was in love with you, but it was just a lie. I wanted it to work, but unfortunately I feel nothing.
Why are you doing this?
Our number 7 movie is Scream, the movie that revitalized and reinvented the slasher genre. David Arquette, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Matthew Lillard, and Rose McGowan starred in Wes Craven's Scream, one of the most well-known slasher films of all time. The movie, which is set in California, centers on a group of high school students who run into the masked killer Ghostface. Following a period when such films were primarily devalued in the eyes of critics due to direct-to-video distribution, Scream both parodied and reinvented various slasher tropes, reviving the genre. The film's box office success led to the creation of a lucrative film franchise. Its latest entry, also called Scream, premiered in early 2022.
How do you gut someone?
You take a knife and you slit him from groin to sternum.
Hey, it's called tact, you fuck rag.
The number 8 spot goes to Romeo and Juliet, which still remains one of the most popular Shakespeare adaptations. Shakespeare's best-known play was transformed into a modern teen romance by director Baz Luhrmann in 1996. Starring teen heartthrobs Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. Romeo and Juliet depicts the title characters, who are now the heirs to 2 prosperous companies, as they fall in love despite the bitter animosity between their families. Despite not being a critical darling, the movie received praise for its originality and aesthetics, and is still regarded as one of the most significant Shakespeare adaptations ever. Romeo and Juliet was nominated for an Academy Award for its art direction, and won 2 prizes at the 47th Berlin International Film Festival.
John called and left no friendly drop to help me after.
Number 9 brings us 10 Things I Hate About You, a movie which shot its leads into instant stardom. In yet another modernization of Shakespeare, Heath Ledger played a local bad boy who is hired to date Kat, a socially awkward girl portrayed by Julia Stiles. Due to their outstanding performances, both leads as well as Joseph Gordon-Levitt became overnight teen sensations and won numerous accolades. 10 Things I Hate About You premiered in early 1999 to mostly positive critiques, and has become one of the most popular teen movies from its time period. Exactly 10 years after its debut, the film was rewritten into a short-lived eponymous TV series that ran for 20 episodes on ABC Family, before its cancellation.
You're not afraid of me, are you?
Afraid of you? Why would I be afraid of you?
Well, most people are.
Well, I'm not.
Well, maybe you're not afraid of me, but I'm sure you've thought about me naked, huh?
Last but very much not least is Clueless, one of the best teen films of all time. Clueless, which is based on Jane Austen's novel Emma, follows Alicia Silverstone as Cher Horowitz, a wealthy and stylish but impressionable high school student who takes great pride in her makeovers and matchmaking. Cher's best friend Dion was portrayed by Stacey Dash, and Cher's new makeover project, Ty, was portrayed by Brittany Murphy. And Paul Rudd completed the cast as the main love interest. Clueless, in contrast to other teen movies, received positive reviews from both critics and viewers. It was widely praised for its acting, characters, and script, and it was so well liked that ABC decided to greenlight a sitcom spin-off in 1996, 1 year after the movie's release, which ran for 3 seasons without Silverstone's participation. 12 years later, a Broadway jukebox musical also appeared, extending Clueless's appeal into the new millennium.
So what do you think?
I'm amazed.
That I'm devoting myself so generously to someone else?
No, that you found someone even more clueless than you are to worship you.
I am rescuing her from teenage hell. Do you know the wounds of adolescence can take years to heal?
I hope you all had some fun going on this little trip down memory lane. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again next time.